Alrighty, let's find this contradiction.
Okay, the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark, and that's when he lost his life. The song of ceremony the victim heard was in practice to the temple speakers, and those are the only three.
Okay.
So, okay.
So do you think it's the, like, usually when they add a new thing, the add a new statement, that's what you need to press, but I don't know about now. If they want us to do that now or look for something else now.
I don't know what we would press. We can't, like, press, right?
Right, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, the thing I noticed being contradictory was what she said about something like they felt pain and then their vision went dark.
Mm-hmm.
Or vice versa. But it was the other way around. It was like they felt their vision went dark and then they felt pain, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So. So I guess I just present sight?
No. It's the pain thing. When they feel pain. Or maybe. I'm not sure.
With the pain, the victims... I mean, ideally both would work, but it's Phoenix, right? So.
Right.
Do you think we should present the pain then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oops. I made it restart. Doopsie doodle. Just waiting for that pain.
Objection!
You're saying that the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct?
Of course, as anyone with eyes can see.
Well, pardon me, but I must disagree.
What?
Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment when the victim felt pain.
Oh.
Everything goes black, and then, only after that, does the victim feel pain.
Inconceivable.
No, it's pretty conceivable.
I don't think that word means what she thinks it means.
This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened.
My word.
Pokeball, your benevolence. What is the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
If what the deceased says is true... No. If... What?
If what the defense says...
Oh, if what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply cannot ignore.
Now, let's not be too hasty, Your Majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make any one tiny thing clear.
And that would be?
On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in that part of the temple.
Oh, fucking shit.
How convenient.
I hate this game. And
As I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to...
the speakers, I win. Speakers can't work. Get owned.
Yeah. Also, what does this change? Our contradiction still stands.
Or rather, you knew all along and only letting me in on this. And only telling me when it's convenient, Payne.
The power outage knocked out both the lights and the
Why would you say that? Why would you just point that out to me?
Because this is still the tutorial. Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well now, that explains everything, does it not?
No.
But you're not. You didn't say the line.
I'm sorry, I'm just really excited to own them.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head.
That makes sense.
I see. It makes perfect sense. Your benevolence.
So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, Your Benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone.
Don't patronize me. Well done. May you live long and prosper.
She's the smartest lady. Hey, I want to live long and prosper too.
Enough applause. You flatter me.
Now, your benevolence in light of this new information.
Yes, of course. I will offer my insight.
Insight changed.
One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout. The song of ceremony was heard through the speakers.
No, it wasn't. Fuck you.
So much for my inconsistency. But now we have an even bigger, more obvious inconsistency.
All right, I'm
This is you.
this guy. I'm sorry. When I'm hot on the pursuit of justice, I just want to get to it. Okay. And with the new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies, red text. Now, to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. Let's go here.
So it would be the last one, right?
Yeah.
No.
No?
You need to say that the power was out and then that we still heard the song of ceremony, I
That's
think.
what I'm about to do, isn't it?
No, the one you're on is that the song of ceremony was heard through the speakers.
Oh. Okay.
And then hit the song of ceremony.
Objection. Hey, objection, lady. Yes. I finally found it. the gaping hole. I finally, after all that time, it took me a long time.
Yeah.
I found the gaping hole I've been looking for.
Hooray!
Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible.
You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Kuranism.
Defense, watch what you say. If you won't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left in mind.
It's certainly not my intention to insult your spirit medium, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking.
What malarkey.
Malarkey? Are you kidding me? I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went off?
Oh.
This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers.
I wonder when we're gonna hear the pursuit music, because this is just Phoenix's thing.
What? Impossible!
What are you saying? That song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless...
You don't mean?
Yes. The treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else. Somewhere closer to the performance hall.
What?
You can't be serious.
There's a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, this defense insists that the case be thoroughly re-examined.
What? No.
That's completely unprecedented. An inconsistency on her benevolence's insight? Unbelievable.
Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. There are but the claims. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from the feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change the fact that the moment of the murder...
Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand.
I have to admit, I hate to admit it, but she's right again. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie.
I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation for why. The accused has his hands up over his head.
Well, this defense dares to dream. of making it out of this nightmare alive.
You what?
You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find out you're just wagging it.
Weird. Of course I can back up my claim, just as soon as I think of something.
Phoenix, King of the Bluffs.
You appear to be fully prepared, Defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim.
Thanks.
As long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, Your Majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop.
Oh boy.
They have
Chop chop?
they have shears specifically for people's tongues.
That was a weird place.
Yes. Let's have that bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitcase, a suitable pair, in the basement. Chop chop.
Stop.
I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare.
That is incorrect.
I'm sure he won't miss one.
Yikes. These people are actually serious. It's rather... I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie hold his hands up like that? And... Aha, so that's why. Boom. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo.
What explains it?
What explains why Albie had his hands up over his head? He was surprised by the dead body.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not. It's not the murder weapon, because that would.
What was on his scroll?
Why would he have his scroll over his head?
Yeah, but what was on the scroll? What did the scroll say?
It was a schedule of the different monks' duties.
Oh, okay. Maybe his duty that time was to put his hands over his head.
Maybe. Yeah. Look at the scroll. What's it say?
Due to the growing numbers of thefts around the temple, we'll be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion.
Does that help us?
I don't think that really matters.
No. What else we got in our evidence? I don't think the song has anything to do with it right now.
Well, I figured maybe, you know, the song, the choreography.
Maybe. But why would he be doing choreography in there?
I don't know, for fun. Because he's a devoted little monk boy. Well, the song lyrics aren't even a thing that's on the photo.
Right.
Go back.
Attorney badge.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I don't know what the fuck some of these things are that I'm looking at. So this is the chest.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a scroll. Here's like a gun.
Do you think it's because he was raising his hands, when someone points a gun at you, you put your hands up?
I mean, that was my first thought, but I'm like, why would he not testify that there was a second person in there?
Unless
or
it
a
was
third
the
person.
guard.
The guard was holding them up?
Yeah.
I don't know. You want me to select the gun?
I don't know what else we would... The only thing I can think of is if he saw him and was surprised he was injured and put his hands up, that'd be weird.
That would be a little weird. And he like held them up. He didn't just put them up.
Exactly.
Let's do it. As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defense raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest.
Oh, are you saying?
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised over his head, raised in the air, like he just didn't care.
Polkunga!
She's dead. We killed her. No, she's dead.
Arrest that man for murder.
Throw him in a fire.
Who would have thought that the seance vision could be interpreted in that way?
This is not possible. It can't be.
Well, it is. Wah wah. Not bad for a total knockout.
How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence?
He's no better than the
Treacherous snake.
Treacherous snake? Dirk? What a bad name for a deity.
Yeah. No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights?
Ooh, you got taken to Own Town.
There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it.
That's right, your benevolence. And I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred.
You've been in this country for like a month.
Throw him in jail immediately for less majesty.
What?
Lese Majesty? I don't know. What? Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail.
Yes, make him pay for the way he disrespected her benevolence.
Ugh. These people are definitely not my fans right now. I'm your fan, Phoenix.
They're Daleks.
They're doll boys.
I said peace. I guess peace instead of order.
Okay.
Now everyone, please calm down.
Is he?
Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney to a suitable punishment.
No. I can't charge him with lese majesty.
What?
What? But why not, Your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that.
But, Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap that trial up quickly?
You already missed this class.
Why not just give your verdict? Then we can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can. I decided that Pain is coming too.
We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case.
What?
Your Oops.
Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction?
Truly it is shocking. But in 20 plus years since the DL6 went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency. And due to our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer?
Oh, damn.
No, my faith is as strong as ever. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. I suddenly feel that this is important for some reason. If you insist on interfering with that process, Your Benevolence, I'm afraid I must require your removal from the courtroom, royal priestess or not.
Dang. What? I'll have you know.
Your Benevolence! Please acquiesce in this, Your Benevolence.
If looks could kill.
I won't forget this offense, Barbed Head.
Please stop calling me Barbed Head.
I do not admit defeat. I won't.
Bailiff, please see the benevolence.
Oh, her benevolence. Fucking okay. Please see her benevolence. Out. Yeah.
Your Mitomo will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm.
Okay.
The demons there will. They'll pluck the barbs right out of your stupid head.
Not barbs.
Ha ha ha. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful.
A little bit childish, but okay.
She is 14. and I hope they throw you into the lake of burning fire.
Dang. I guess she's a teenager after all. I'd like to adopt you.
Oh man, I hope he does.
Now then, defense, Mr. Light, was it?
This isn't Death Note.
Yeah, this is Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
That's right, your attorney. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, it's right, is it?
Of course, Mr. Light. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with the arguments.
That's like a real trial now. Thank you, your majesty.
Yes, but do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely.
I think he's turning into Sean Connery.
A little bit.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to the court.
I understand, your majesty. Phew. Maybe now I can finally run a real trial.
Arguments, your majesty. Very well. I accept your challenge.
I feel like at this point, Payne should just, quit.
Yeah.
He should just be like, I know how this is gonna go.
They never learn.
I've done this song and dance before. What's with him?
Hey, oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too familiar and hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth is unearthed is going to bury him and his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the point of focus on right now.
The defense is digging his own grave. Consider this, your majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh.
Oh, indeed. Because the accused was about to commit a theft.
You don't know.
Bravo.
It's the only logical explanation.
What?
What?
That That does actually sound pretty logical.
It doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even worse.
Yes, I have to agree.
Allow me to spell out the truth the defense doesn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim, and he fled and hid the body in the treasure room.
I don't know how you pronounce that word.
A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that.
And after all that hard work to knock down these insights, back to the old familiar corner once again.
Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal?
I'm drawing a total blank here.
I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold.
I thought I was being beheaded. I
asked you a question, defense.
I've got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is to ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not. Albie? Will you tell us what really happened?
You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap, and you'll only dirty your own soul.
Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do. Oh, that's you.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry.
Why? Oh, no. No. Please, no. Why won't he trust me? Is this the end? For both of us?
Game over.
Game over.
Good game, guys.
Oh, that was Phoenix Wright. Spirit of Justice. Mayo!
I've never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad. They're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me. Would actually believe in me. Would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it.
Albie?
So, that's why I lied. To try to save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. Allow me. Allow me to explain.
Explain in Karain. Now we're talking. Time to finally get to that, to get to the bottom of things.
To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
Okay. Oh shit.
Even though the temple told you weren't allowed to go in there allowed to go anywhere near it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
The punishment for disobeying the rules is death. Guilty.
Fuck. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself.
I love the box.
Wow, it glows in the dark?
That's right. It's covered in this special mineral called fluorinite. It makes it glow.
That sounds real.
It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours to the temple if they did?
To see a box? If only he applied such passion to telling the truth earlier. Nice. Glow in the dark box.
Sweet.
Murder weapon.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again. When I ran into Mr. Roll on the great stairs.
So, these were not the treasure room stairs in the seance. Whoops. So these were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision.
No, they were the great stairs that connect the hallway.
Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Hooray, more evidence.
Yay.
More stuff to submit by mistake.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had a scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. So the guy disguised himself.
Who?
Just then, the power went out. So I took that chance and hightailed it out of there. I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it. All I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll. So do you think, like, maybe Mr. Roll was working together with the murderer? And they were stealing the thing, and they were returning, and they ran into the kid.
Yeah.
So that's why the victim, like, put his gun up. But then he felt pain when Albie was still in front of him, and because the guy, like, maybe attacked him from behind, but Albie didn't see him.
That would make a lot of sense. I think that's probably what happened. Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room, along with Mr. Roll's body. Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when he ran into you on the stairs? What is it, Albie?
I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me.
A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thief.
But that might have just been the victim's misunderstanding.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had a good reason to be suspicious if this occurred.
Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Oh, it's you.
Shadow. What do I do, Shadow?
And what better reason to suspect the boy, then seeing the suspect the boy, then seeing the treasure box in his hands. In the course of his rounds, the victim must have noticed the treasure had gone missing. And then, just after that,